We've got to that time for Andrew Johns to talk Origin. Now, let's start, Joey, with the way New South Wales ran out for Game 3 of last year's series. It's on the big screen behind
So this
you.
is Game 3.
Yep.
Obviously, the big changes there were the centres, no Turbo, no Latrell. Pretty much the side...
No Payne Haas?
No Payne Haas. I think pretty much give or take a few on the bench, and maybe the back row may change a little bit. It's pretty much the same sort of team. In the key positions, Tedesco, Luai, Cleary, Coruscant and Cook around there. Zay Yeo at lock.
So rather than picking positions week after week, we're going to get you to pick a rolling team so you can revise it each week as we head towards the series. This is what you've got so far.
Well, I think, pretty much, Joseph Suoli'i comes in because of what's happened to Fox. I think the back line pretty much picks itself. The forward pack picks itself. I think Olakau'atu may come in, the back row. And then that pushes Cam Murray back to the bench. I'd have Jake in the front row to do all that clean-up work. But pretty much that's the team. Api Coruscant, I've gone him in 14. I think Reece Robson may come into calculations. Daniel Safidi, Junior Barlow. So I think the contentious one's the back row. And maybe the dummy half. The back line picks itself. And no Fox, so the back line pretty much picks itself. So
Paul Gallen mentioned on 100% Footy the other night that maybe Turbo could play on a wing.
No.
And Jack Whiten could come in.
No. A winger at Origin is a front rower. The wingers in Origin are your front rowers. They get the sets rolling forward. Why would you get one of your great players just to be doing the donkey work? You want to save him up for the good ball, which he gets in the centres. Played centres last year, the year before, he got player of the series. Yep. Why would you move him to the wing?
Okay.
No.
You happy with Jerome Luai's form? Is Nico Hines figuring in discussions?
Well, not for me, because Origin's about combinations. And in this team, you've got the holy trilogy of Luai, Cleary and Isaiah Yeo playing around the ruck, playing together. Combinations are so important. Look, Nico will be in contention at 14, but without doubt, you need combinations. And the combination around the middle of the field with Yeo, Cleary and Luai have been doing it for the last 3, 4, 5 years, especially the last 3 years, in big games and winning big games.
How's Olakau'atu forced his way into your starting team there? Pushing Murray to the bench, that's a big selection.
Well, I purely see Murray. I think he's wasted a little bit on an edge. I like Cameron Murray through the middle, gives that footwork. Look, Olakau'atu is a real go-to man on the right side. And in Origin, you need tackle breakers. This bloke can break tackles. He can get quick play the balls. He can offload through the line. He can absolutely whack in defence. Liam Martin plays on the left, but I think Liam Martin can also... Liam Martin plays on the right, but can also play on the left. Just with the intimidation, Olakau'atu is there. Look, other guys in contention, Angus Crichton coming back this week, fingers crossed. And well done to Angus, coming back. And then you got Keong Koloamatangi is probably in contention. Another one, if there's injuries there, Tyson Frizzell's never let New South Wales down. Maybe after Tyson, a Hudson Young. Probably missing some players there. But my starting back row would be Olakau'atu on the right, Liam Martin on the left.
Okay. Coach Fittler, you've mentioned... Thank you, Andrew. You've mentioned teams winning is an important factor in your selection, playing in winning teams. Does that dent Api Coruscant's chances?
Well, what it does do, it sort of... I don't think it dampens his chances, but it sort of makes you look at the teams that are winning. So, you know, while he was at Penrith, you don't look that far, because the team that you're watching every week and who's winning every week, and they're the hooker and they're a big part of it. So, but what it does do, it just, when you're not playing in a winning team, you tend to focus on the teams that are winning, and then if they've got hookers or whatever position it is, it goes for all positions, but you start to look around, you start to look at other players.
Come on, Joey.
Jeez, that was a lot more complicated.
That was a long way away. That's
far out. Patience isn't my virtue.
Yeah.
Where are you at with your preparations? How does it all look?
6 weeks to go.
But like, what do you sort of? Is there a process?
No, just watching the footy. The footy's been great.
Footy's been incredible, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been
footy
really
has been
good.
So good.
And just watching, all the different players and just thinking about combinations. I know, just heard Joey talking about combinations. You get 10 days, max. You get 3 or 4 training sessions.
It's hard. It's hard for people to understand the fatigue you get in an Origin. It is hard to describe how tired you get. There's times out there when you cannot talk. You are literally.
On top of that, the sound of the stadium.
Can't hear. So what happens then, you go back to what you do at Clubland. And the players who have played together, so Luai, Nathan have played together since they've been 14. With Isaiah, those three, they may have played 150 games together. It is so important because you go back on combinations and you know each other's game.
Actually, you go back, their record alone when they've played together.
Those three?
It's over 90%. Well, the halves are over 90%.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, so it gives them a better chance. Obviously, if Nathan stands out and standing out as he is at the moment, it just gives you a better chance. Not to say that, there's no one else that can come in and do the job.